Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel So Little Time, and my name is Karen. So I hope you're all doing really well, and thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm here to share with you a new sewing pattern that has just been released by Jayne at the Dressmakers closet, and this is for the Sadie Skirt. So this is one that's been in the pipeline for a little while, and Jayne has been working very hard behind the scenes to get this published, and I'm really happy to share my tester version with you. So first of all, before I go into all of the details of my skirt and how I've got on with it and how I've been styling it up, I will share with you the pattern itself in its paper form. So this is the version that Jayne has shared with me. So I have got my markings on it because I was a tester. So just ignore my writing on it, but as you can see here, there are 3 different style variations. So you've got one with pockets and a frill detail at the bottom, then you've just got a plain one with just the waistband, and then this one is a panelled version, and they are all done up with an invisible zip in the back, and you just use a 9-inch invisible zip for that. So you can see here that Jayne is styling it up with one of her other tops as well, and she's made several variations of this skirt, and you will find all of those variations on her Instagram channel. She will have also uploaded a tutorial style video for doing the skirts, and she's doing one for each of those as well. So she's been really generous in showing how she makes them up. So if you do need your hand holding with this style of garment, then you have that available on her channel. All of which I will link in the description box below for you. On top of the pattern being released, I have got a discount code to offer you. So if you wanted to make a purchase of this pattern using my affiliate code, which I will link in the description box below for you as well, you can use the code Karen10 for 10% off your order. So if you pop that in sort of the basket when you go to checkout, that will be applied at checkout for you. And then just to be crystal clear with you, my affiliate link does bring me a little bit of commission, just so you are aware of that. But I would really appreciate it if you would like to purchase through my link. You know, that would be really nice. Thank you very much. So yeah, I don't actually own many skirt patterns in my stash, and I haven't actually sewn that many up. I think the only other skirt pattern I have sewn up in the past is the Camden skirt by Nina Lee, and I really do like that. And this shape of skirt is really up my street. I love an A-line skirt or dress, and yeah, this is an A-line style, as you can see here. So I've gone with the plain version, so I haven't added any pockets and I haven't added the frill on. I just really wanted a nice streamlined look to be able to pair up with a lot of my other clothes that I've already got, which I've made, and I just went with a plain fabric as well because I thought I would be able to mix it up with different tops. So at the moment I am wearing it with a sagebrush top that I've made from a cotton poplin fabric, and that's by the Friday Pattern Company. So I'll just pan you down so you can see my skirt. Now I will say before I pan you down that actually this is in its true form of being worn quite a lot, because I have been wearing it ever such a lot. So I haven't ironed it. I thought I would just show you it in its true form as I've been wearing it. And the fabric has been gifted to me by Minerva, and that's part of the brand ambassador team that we are with Jayne. So yeah, I absolutely love this fabric. I can't remember what it's called, but I will put it across the bottom of the screen, and I'll also link it in the description box for you, because I have found that it's a really beautiful lightweight kind of fabric. And although it does crease because it has a linen content in it, it's not 100% linen, so it doesn't crease as badly as I thought it was going to. So I'll show you it anyway. So I'll try and stand back. So it's quite a high-waisted skirt, as you can see, and it's got a waistband at the top, and then it is done up with a invisible zip at the back here, and that's just a 9-inch invisible zip. The skirt is fairly A-line, so I'm going to stand back so you can see where my crease lines are from where I've been sat down in it today. But it comes to sort of below my knees, but I have used a 5cm hem. So I think you are supposed to just use 2 centimetres in total, but I decided to fold it up by 2.5 centimetres, iron that in place, and then I folded it up another 2.5 centimetres, so I had a 5cm hem, just because I preferred that length on me. I'm just wearing it with trainers today, but it does look really nice with sandals, and I just love the way it sort of skims over my hips area, and it fits really nicely around my waist as well. Now, since making this skirt, it has given a little since I've been wearing it, so it has a lot more room in it than when it first did when I first made it. And the sizing that is available in this is sizes 6 to 22. So I would just quickly give you the garment and measurements, if I can find that. Bear with me a moment. So the body measurements then for a size 6 is waist 25.6, and that goes up to a size 22, which is 39 inches around the waist, and then the hips are 35.5 inches and 49 inches for the size 22. And I opted to go with the size 14, which fell in line with my current waist measurement. My hip measurement actually fell in the size 16 because that is a 42 inch, but I opted to go with the 14, and that actually has a finished garment measurement for the hips of 42 inches. So maybe my hips are slightly narrower than 42, but I was going off thinking I was a 42 inch. I didn't measure myself again. I just sort of roughly know what I am. Yeah, so I went with the size 14, and that fits me just perfectly. I didn't need to grade between sizes. So the waist fitted me absolutely perfectly, and as did the hips. So I was really, really pleased with that. I did make up a very quick toile before I made this version up, just to check that the fit was going to be okay on my hips, because I was a little bit concerned that maybe the 42 inch finished hip measurement might have been a bit too small, but it's actually worked out okay. So what I ended up doing was actually finishing the skirt that I made as my toile, because I really quite like the fabric. It is quite a lightweight fabric, so I probably will need to make this or wear it, sorry, with a petticoat underneath, because it is quite sheer. So I do think if I was to wear it without a petticoat, you'd probably see my underwear through it. I have interfaced the waistband, which I have done on this version as well, but I've used sort of a medium weight interfacing, so it's not too stiff. And then you'll see I have an invisible zip in the back of this one as well. So that one took me about 3 attempts to get the zip in. It was a right nightmare for some reason. But yeah, this is actually a very, very quick make. And I think Jayne is aiming this pattern at sort of advanced beginners, I would say, because it's got the zip insertion in. And I've installed many a zip over my time, and I do prefer installing invisible zips. I do find them the easiest because I've done my majority of zips have been invisible. So yeah, I had no problem in installing that, but she will obviously show you how to do it on her tutorial style video. But yeah, this one was a bit of a pain to get in. It was just me. I was just having one of those days. It took me about 3 goes, whereas this one, it went in straight away, no problem. So that was nice, but I'm looking forward to wearing that. I will probably purchase a petticoat to wear underneath it, because I don't really fancy anybody seeing my underwear, if I'm honest, but I think that will pair quite nicely with a plain top. So I've got some of this linen fabric left over, so I'm planning on making a nice little top to go with that, because I think the colours will go quite nicely. And then I've got a little bit of this fabric left over as well, so I'm hoping I can perhaps make a little top to go with my linen one that I've made, so have a bit of a mix and match combo going on there. But yeah, it's a really straightforward pattern. Majority of it is straight lines, so you should have no problem in sewing that up. And I do think that I am going to be finding myself making a few of these, because I have really enjoyed wearing separates recently. I do tend to wear more dresses or dungarees, jumpsuits and that type of thing usually, but I have enjoyed having a top on with the skirt, and I have been trying out a few different variations of how I have been wanting to style it up, so I thought I'd share those with you today. So this is my first sort of styling option with my sagebrush top on. This is the one that I made out of cotton poplin, so it does hold the shape of the sleeves quite well, and I do feel a little bit American footballer in it, but I'm just going to go with it. I really like this fabric, and I got this out of a meter actually by putting a seam down the back. So yeah, that was courtesy of Liz from The Baker That Sews. She told me a trick on how to do that. So yeah, really like how this is paired together, and like I say, I've been wearing it with sandals as well, and it looks fine with flip-flops even. In the winter you could probably pair this up with some little ankle boots or something. I don't know if I'd wear this colour scheme with black tights. I'd probably just put skin coloured tights on. So anyway, I'm going to show you how else I have been styling it up. So my second styling option is with this little cropped top. So I'm going to pan you down a little bit so you can see the length of the top. So it just sort of comes just below the waistband, and this is the So Different triple tuck smock dress pattern, and I've just shortened it into a top version. The reason I did that was just purely to test for size before I made a dress version in the future, and I've made it out of this beautiful African wax print Ankara fabric, which has been gifted to me by my lovely friend who I see at my local swimming pool, and she's been watching me on YouTube, so we've got chatting, and she's been gifting me some lovely fabrics, and this was one of them, and I absolutely love this combination together. It's a grown on sleeve on this pattern actually, and it looks great with high-waisted things, so I like that pairing together because I feel like it's got some of the blues in there that contrast quite nicely. So that's my second styling. Right, so my third styling option is my denim jacket. It's just a ready to wear one, and a plain black vest top underneath, and that's just ready to wear as well. So I'll stand back so you can see this pairing. So I just really like how that looks together. It's nice to wear a jacket with it when it's a little bit cooler, and then you can just sort of wear it without the jacket on for hotter days, and I just find that's a nice cool kind of combination, and I like the way it shows off the high waist on this when you just wear it with a plain top. And I've got a white one of these as well, which I also wear like this with the denim jacket as well. So that's my third styling option. So I'll just go and see if I've got any more combinations. I can't remember, so I'll be back in a minute. So this combination is the blouse that I made for So Frugal 23, and this is the Pauly Peter Pan collar blouse. I think it's from Tiana's Closet, and it's a free pattern which I absolutely love, and I really love this fabric that I've made it in, which was from Felicity Fabrics, and it's got a really nice sort of Peter Pan collar there, and I like it with this skirt. So I'll stand back for you so you can see that it pairs really quite nicely with that as well. Just gives it a little bit more of a sophisticated look, I would say. But yeah, really like that tucked in to it. Looks really quite smart, yeah. And I've got another couple of styling variations to show you, and I think I'm probably about there, but I have got quite a lot of other tops as well that I can wear with it. I just am finding that this skirt is really versatile, especially as it's in a plain colour. So if you're going to make it, I highly recommend you making it in a plain colour so you can pair it up with lots of different tops that you may have already got. I've also got a nice wrap top that it would go with. I'm going to try it on with the Ava blouse by Jayne at the Dressmakers Closet, and I'm also going to try it on, I think, with my white vest top, and I'm going to put it on my is it the Ava jacket? No, it's not, is it? Sew Over It Amelia jacket. Yeah, I'm going to try it on with that, so I'll be back in a moment. So the next pairing is with my Sew Over It Amelia jacket, and I've got it on with the plain white vest top now, and I really like how this looks together as well, because the waistline of this jacket sits just nicely with the top of this skirt, so I feel like that looks really nice together, and I'll just show it you done up as well. So yeah, it just kind of sits quite nicely like that, so that's quite a nice pair, and I love the contrast of the blue with the pink as well. So that's this one, yeah, and I wear it with this just plain white vest top, and I actually bought from the charity shop just recently this little jacket, which was originally from Primark. So this one really goes nicely with it as well. It's a little bit more of a dressy sort of style jacket. The only thing with this one I do find is that it's got shoulder pads in, and I don't feel like I need shoulder pads because my shoulders are quite square anyway. So I mean, I don't really want to mess around with the jacket and try and take them out, but yeah, it's just sort of a jacket that sits open, but it's got this lovely little peplum around the bottom, so I thought that was really quite a nice little pairing, if I'm going out maybe for an evening or something like that, and I wanted to dress it up a little bit more. So yeah, I think I'm just going to try the Ava blouse on with it then. I've not tried them on together, so it's going to be interesting to see how I like them, so I'll be back in a moment. Right, so I've got it on with the Ava blouse by Jayne, and I really like this pairing as well because there's some blue in this fabric that really goes nicely with the skirt fabric that I've used. I'm absolutely useless at tying a bow, so please ignore that. I will have to have a little play with that in the future at getting that right. I'm useless. So anyway, I'll stand back so you can see that it is a nice combination together. I do really like the blues that match this fabric for the skirt, and I haven't actually worn this very much recently because it's been a bit too warm for it because of the long sleeves. But yeah, I think that's a really nice sort of smarter pairing with it. If you have any idea how to tie a bow better than I can, then please do let me know. I mean, there's probably a tutorial out there somewhere, isn't there, for it? But yeah, I do quite like this pairing together. But yeah, basically that's all of the sort of styling options that I've come up with today, but there's plenty more that I can put together from my wardrobe. So yeah, it's a really versatile pattern. I really love wearing this skirt. I've enjoyed wearing it ever such a lot recently. It's really, really comfortable. It doesn't twist around, it doesn't reeve up or anything like that. It's just a really nice shape, and it suits my body shape down to a T, being a pair. So yeah, please do take advantage of the discount code that's available to you, and if you would like to use my affiliate link, that would be very much appreciated. I will just try on the one that I've just made, the toile version that I quickly did for literally just for sizing. I'm going to try that on because I haven't actually worn that as yet. So I'm just going to try it with my white vest top just to see how that looks together, and then at least you can see it in a patterned fabric as well. So bear with me and I will be back. Right, so I've got the rose one back on with my denim jacket and just the plain white vest top. This looks really cute together. I really, really like it. Yeah, so this is a real summery version, you know, and that fits really, really nicely, again, around my sort of natural waist. And it is, like I say, just an invisible zip in the back, but you can use a standard zip if you prefer that. This is very, very lightweight, this fabric. You won't be able to tell on screen, but I definitely need to wear a petticoat with it. However, this one is slightly longer than the one that I did the 5cm hem, because for this one, I think I only turned it up by one turn, and I think that looks like it is about a 3cm hem, I would say, on that. So it is a slightly longer skirt on me, but I still think it looks okay. Yeah, so I am so pleased with this pattern, so I highly recommend it. Go out there and get it. It is just a straightforward A-line skirt, but like I say, there are those variations where you can add a nice little frill on the bottom, and you've got the panelled option, so you can sort of mess about with your fabric choices. If you have a look on Jayne's Instagram, she has made so many versions of this skirt. I think she's got enough to see her through the whole year, but yeah, it's a really, really nice pattern. So like I say, I highly recommend it. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed this style of video and seeing how I've sort of been styling it up, and I hope you do go out there and buy it for yourself. So yeah, get all the links in the description box below, and yeah, I shall see you again very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.